Hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus. One more time. This is Sunday, and everybody is going to church, and I've assembled myself right here in the luxury of this den to give you what thus says the Spirit to me. And I hope it is as wonderful as it is to me, to you. This day, ladies and gentlemen, is about the things that's going around our lives. Every gospel, every faith, every supernatural all deals with the current time. And there is no more time that's important to us than the current time. However, we can learn from times past, and we can program ourselves for the future based upon how we respond to the current times. And I want to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, most recently I've seen some things that bring a lot of stuff into question. I think about all the years I've spent living and seeing things go like this and things go like that. And we see ourselves walking to the dictates of some people here and some people there. Some we agree with and some we don't, but we compromise and try to go forward. And yet, as time passes, we look thinking we've gone forward and we find ourselves even back perhaps where we started from. And we have to consider that and think about things such as that. Most recently, we see ourselves experiencing before the public the going and comings of confusion, division, lies, and in each corner, people are drawing to sides, the sides that they, for one reason or another, find justification to empower. And the truth of the matter is that that is nothing but destruction. That is the confusion of the world. And for anybody who calls themselves awakened, they'd have to take a different path. Ladies and gentlemen, the path that I'm speaking about is the path of freedom. It's about the path about peace amongst all people, peace and prosperity. Everybody is good to go. And joy in that they here have time to be. And in that they live. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I think about the things that we're going through right now. Most recently, I consider myself a candidate for the United States Senator from the state of Minnesota, carrying forward the same programs and the same ideals that I have been sharing even here with you today. And I tell you, I couldn't swear that I got 5 write-in votes. Not against me, but not even considering what I am speaking to you about. And when you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, about the lies that go and the lies that come, what are you really accepting? That's why I decide, for me, especially after the lies and the sides people are choosing to go to listen to my own spirit. I am confident that every man on the face and woman and child and anybody that's alive on the face of the earth who are not sick to the point they just want to die would like to give up their survival requirements. They exist. Food, clothing, shelter. Every human being on earth requires that. And every human being on earth deserves that. That's me. I don't know about you. Every human being on earth should have before them the easiest accessibility for education. That whatever it is that they've been given to do, they can do it to the fullest of their ability. And that we the people, all of us, profit dearly from that expertise. I, my friends, believe that every human being on the face of the earth should have that available to them. And so the message I give to you right now is the same message I would give to the entire human population. Free. Not only that, but I know that people get sick. People need sometimes the health care that has been given. I mean, so wonderfully. And we know perhaps it could have even been more advanced, but for one reason or another. But we want to remove whatever those are, so that it can be the best that it can possibly be, so that human beings, whenever they require anything of the health profession, that it will be there unlimited and unrestricted from the womb to the tomb. This is what I feel about life. You see, ladies and gentlemen, that's the way I feel. I don't know about you, but that's the way I feel. That's why I ran for president back years and years ago for the same basic principles that I talk to you about now. That's why I stood up against the law, breaking the law, trying to get your attention and end up going to jail and prison. I did that because to me it's righteous. It is the best that any human being could ever want to do. Not for themselves, but for the whole human race. And when I speak about things like this, ladies and gentlemen, things that's so fine and so wonderful and so endearing to all of us, you ask the question, how can it be done? Well, the most important thing of all is that each of us here on this earth got a desire, something that we want to do, something that we crave to do. And the doors, the opportunities were open so that we can do it and be the best at it that we can possibly be. Then those things that we engage ourselves in would be a part of the creative process of all of this that I've just mentioned as essential for human survival. And so much more on the side. That's divine. You can't beat it. Republican, Democrat, man, woman, black, white, hell, or anywhere. You can't beat that. That to me is divine. That to me is God. Because God made this earth. To me, I didn't make it. And I know you didn't. And all of us, something else, we had a hand in it. But I guarantee you, we didn't start the process. And the requirements for being here, they are common amongst us all. And the resources that's here that we can access and meet these needs are given by the same power we can't see, touch, or feel. So we understand because of the evidence that it is from somewhere. So it got to be God, because it's sure not from me. And it's not from you. And so you think about these things. You think about these that have been given so that all we have to do is what? Work together to make sure. And how do we do that? By looking at one another and seeing ourselves, because they're so common. And we do unto others as we'd have others to do unto us. And you have then, my friends, as in heaven, so on earth. That's what I stand for. That's what I stand for. I don't know what you stand for, Republicans and Democrats and conservatives and liberals. I don't care what you stand for. I've seen you in action. You'll stand for anything. And in a lot of instances, I followed you. But now I'm speaking my own mind. I'm speaking my own mind. Now, to me, it's so wonderful. I give all the credit to God. Because I'd never been like this. That was a period of time when I was never like this. So right now, I'm like this. And I look at you, and I don't see anybody else out there like this. So I got to give it to God, because I know I'm not God. But I'm glad to say that I got it. And you know what I know about the differences between God's way and your way? Is that God's way is so genuine that he who walks in it is lifted up. And by lifting up, there's nothing that the enemy can do to bring him down. Nothing. And the enemy will indeed try to bring him down, because that's the difference. Righteous knows that it's righteous, and it's going to stand against any unrighteousness. And it knows that the perpetrators of unrighteousness will kill a person like that. But you know what? That's the distinction between the two. Righteousness knows it's righteous, and so it doesn't have to kill to be legitimate. All you got to do is die to be legitimate. All you got to do is go the other way to be legitimate. Because the easiest thing in the world to do is to kill a person. And so if unrighteousness can't win, what it does, take the easiest road. They kill a person. It doesn't stop the person that it killed. But it puts fear in everybody else, because they haven't gotten to that point, and they're trying to make sure that you never get to that point. That's why I'm talking to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I'm trying to tell you that you've got to have a relationship with God. If you ever want peace, if you ever want prosperity in life, these things you got to do. Because if the whole entire world agreed on a certain principle that derived a particular outcome, and everybody was satisfied, except the expression of said procedures cause the pain and suffering of one individual out of the whole dead blasted world, then it is the duty and the responsibility of the one who's suffering at the hands of this mighty giant to stand up like David and say, it is by the power, only by the power of God will you be permitted to do this. And stand knowing that if you are ungodly, you'll kill it. Because that's the evidence that you are ungodly. If you were godly, you would concede and embrace that which was lost. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you got anything out of that, but that was something that I wanted to say. I wanted to let you know that all of these people talking about being president of the United States. Right now you got as many Democrats trying to get into the field as the last time you had Republicans trying to get in the field. Something seems to be crazy about this now, isn't it? All of them say they can do this and they can do this better than the others that's in the race. They can do it better, that's why they stand in it. And none of them, not a single one of them, can say the things that I have just shared with you about the beauty of God, the beauty of righteousness, the beauty of the love that's in you, that's embedded, that needs to be awakened. None of them can articulate the fulfillment of all of your basic needs for survival. And not only that, but your dreams coming true. None of them can, and you know, they can lie, can't they? But none of them can even put it on paper. They just say these things, have no idea how it can happen. But see, truth already knows the way. As it is in heaven, so on earth. Truth comes from heaven. And truth comes to the pure in heart, the one who's ready to love everybody. Now that can be you. The one who loves everybody, cares about everybody as they do themselves. Woo-wee. How many of you can claim that? Come on now. Well, this is Eddie Marcus. I hope I did something, if nothing but to give you a moment of interest. Until next time, bye-bye.